Thought leadership, content marketing. Content marketing is the sharing of ideas to help your readers and listeners to make informed decisions. It's a perfect fit for thought leaders because that's what they do, share ideas. But content marketing can be a big waste of time if you don't do it the right way. In this video, we'll focus on the 3 levels of thought leadership content marketing so you can attract your ideal clients more easily and more often. I'm Geoff McDonald, the Ideas Architect, and make sure you stick around to the end where I'll share my #1 way to get the maximum results from your content marketing efforts. Now let's look at the 3 levels of thought leadership content marketing. First, we want to define our terms. A thought leader is someone who earns money from their ideas, and content marketing is sharing ideas to help your listeners make informed decisions. But how can you create the right content quickly, easily, and consistently? The key is a clear strategy. You don't want to be reinventing the wheel every time you want to create some content. Instead, you want to have a tried and tested framework that you can turn to so you know what to create, when to create it, and where to publish it. Today, I'll share the framework I use personally, and in particular, I'll share my example from Anywhere Experts so you can see how it's done. The strategy has 3 levels: an ideal to make people care about your message, a philosophy to share how the world works, and the content so you can show up as a trusted guide. One of the best ways to learn anything is to discuss it with others. Share this video with your colleagues so you can learn how to do content marketing for your thought leadership and attract your ideal clients more easily and more often. Thought leaders sell their ideas, and perhaps the biggest idea of all is your personal brand, because it's on everything that you do. But like all ideas, brands are a little bit intangible. They're not physical like a car or a computer. So how do we find the right brand ideal? We need to connect our area of thought leadership to an emotional goal so people will care about our message. I shared about this in our previous video, Thought Leadership Marketing. Here's a quick summary. We are always buying and selling an idea, and that idea is based on, will this product or service help me be better off in the future? In Jim Stengel's book Grow, he identified 5 brand ideals that are used by 50 of the top brands in the world. These are enable connection, incite joy, inspire exploration, evoke pride, and impact society. The critical question to ask yourself is, what is the deeper need that I provide for my clients? For example, for me, around Anywhere Experts, it's all about helping people live and work in better ways. And ultimately, this comes down to freedom, choice, and autonomy. This freedom to choose the best way to live and work becomes my overarching narrative, my brand ideal, the one thing that I talk about consistently. It becomes the theme of all of my content, plus my motivation for sharing it. I want you to have more freedom about the way you live and work. Our second level of thought leadership content marketing is your philosophy. Thought leaders sell their ideas, and while you can have many experts on the same topic, for example, leadership, branding, communications, what separates one thought leader from another is their philosophy. It's how they see the world. It's how they think the world works. But philosophy can be vague and intellectual if you approach it the wrong way. How can we create this and share this in a simple way so people get it really quickly? The key to this is to use a simple structure. I call it a rule-based manifesto, and it's effectively a list of bullet points or statements. Let me share my example from Anywhere Experts. So remember, I mentioned the key context here is about freedom in the way we live and work. And I've identified 7 freedoms of work. They are: earn enough money, do meaningful work, work your best way, work with people you care about, attract your ideal clients, work in your ideal location, and have a social impact. And as a framework, these 7 points become the topics of what I talk about and create content about. For instance, in this video, I'm talking about thought leadership content marketing to help you with point number 5, how to attract your ideal clients. And to come up with content, all I need to do is look for topics that fit into these 7 points. And for my thought leadership to show through, I just need that slant of freedom, choice, and autonomy about the way you work and live. And that gives me lots and lots of scope to create lots and lots of content. Our third level of thought leadership content marketing is the content you create and share. Content marketing is not about direct selling. It's about sharing ideas to help people make informed decisions. But you might ask, if it's not about selling, then what's the point? Why would I put all this time and energy and effort into my content marketing if it's not about direct selling? The goal is to become a trusted advisor, a trusted guide, so that when your clients are ready to buy, they'll turn to you, or they'll tell their friends to turn to you. The key is to think about it as if you were making some friends. When we first meet, we need to get to know each other and trust each other. And then over a period of time, we might ask for help with this and maybe some assistance with that. We don't just ask people, can you help me move house as soon as we meet them? That's just not going to work. We shared about this in our earlier video on share what you know about business success. The key is to build trust, and to do this, you need to consistently show up and help others. And the key to consistently showing up is to have a consistent and reliable plan to turn to create your content from. And this relies on 4 questions. The first one is what to publish. Hopefully, if you look at our template around the brand ideal and your philosophy, you'll have plenty of ideas of what to create. Second question is how to create. Are you going to write, record, interview, or design something? The best way to answer this is to look at it from the point of view of how do you want to show up or be positioned in front of your audience. Our third question is how often to create. For me, I work on a weekly schedule, and you might do more of this or you might do less. And our fourth question is where to publish. Ideally, the answer to this is where is your audience, where are your potential customers and clients hanging out? My big tip here is to pick one channel only and get that working and running smoothly before you start to look at multiple channels, if at all. And make sure you stick around to the end where I'll share my best way for you to maximize the value you gain from your content creation. Let's wrap up what we've covered here. Content marketing is sharing ideas to help people make informed decisions. This suits thought leaders perfectly because that's what they do, share ideas. To create great content to attract our ideal clients, we need to follow our 3-part strategy. Number 1 was the ideal. Make people care by connecting your area of thought leadership to a human concern or emotional goal. Number 2, philosophy. Differentiate yourself from other thought leaders in the same area by sharing your philosophy about how the world works. And number 3, content. Rather than sell directly through your content, your goal is to be a trusted guide so that people turn to you when they want to make an important decision. Now for the bonus tip. It can be very satisfying to spend a lot of time and effort creating really good quality content that you know makes a big difference to your clients and potential customers. You might even get a round of applause. But it can take a lot of time to create good quality content. Which raises the question, how do you get maximum value from your content creation efforts? The key to getting the most out of your content is to reuse it and package it and share it in different ways. And there are 2 key strategies for doing this. The first strategy is the pizza method. It's slice and dice. You put all the ingredients together, you put it all together, you cook it all up, and then you slice it into smaller pieces and you share those smaller pieces. For instance, they talk about video as the king of content because once you've got the video, you can strip out the audio so you've got a podcast ready to go, and then you can transcribe the audio into some written words so you've got some instant blog posts. You can also write a 1,000 word blog post and slice that down into 3 smaller articles. Our second strategy is to be the bricklayer, where you stack and build your content. It's the opposite of slice and dice. You take small pieces of content and you put them together so they become bigger pieces. For me, around these individual videos, I could put several of them together to form a longer course, or I could transcribe the blog posts and put them into a book. And here's my example around Anywhere Experts to show you how I reuse my content. Each week I publish 1 video, 1 blog post, 1 e-newsletter and 3 articles on LinkedIn. That sounds like a lot of work, but once I've got the script written for the video, I record the video, I use that script as the blog post, and then I pull out the key points into my newsletter as a summary or as the 3 articles for LinkedIn. It's the same content used 4 different ways, and I repeat this process each week. Plus, I also use my videos for coaching with my clients. I might say to them, hey, watch this video, then come and talk to me, or I might coach them first and then say, go and look at that one for more information. Given you've watched this whole video all the way to the end, I'll bet you enjoyed at least some of it. To say thanks, Geoff, hit that like button below to let me know that you've got some value from it. That's it, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.